Dead in hip hop conversations. Dead in hip hop conversations. We're here with Night Wonder. What's good, homie? Peace to the age. Dead in hip hop. Dead in hip hop combo, XXL list. Talking about the new one they just dropped. I know you guys have been hitting us up asking for our opinions and thoughts. I mean, we've talked about the last 2 years, you know, the last 2 lists that XXL has dropped, so fuck it. Who we got on the list?
Damn! So fuck it. Schoolboy Q.
Well, read the whole list out.
Yeah.
And
then like Schoolboy Q. That's it.
Like each MC.
Nah,
We got Schoolboy Q, Ab-Soul, Logic, Action Bronson, Angel Hayes, Kurt Cobain's, Joey Badass, Dizzy Wright, Trinidad James, Travis Scott, and 11th person Chief Keef. Did they have 11? Did they have 11 before last year?
No,
Yeah,
it's always been 10.
That's why I did that.
Because it's Chief Keef, and he brings in page views and hits, and the kids love him. It's bullshit. It's some policy bullshit.
So you think it was just like a...
I heard what she said about it. She said that they reached out to Chief Keef in October and said, yo, you're gonna be the freshman. Will you show up? Will there be any issues? Whatever, because I think he has some shit going down. So they tried, you're right. So they tried to figure out, you know, would he make it? And they were like, yeah, we're gonna make it. Then some shit popped off and kind of threw him off. So all of a sudden, they had to question that decision, but they didn't want to go back and reverse that decision because they already told him he was a freshman. So they made him the 11th member. It's bullshit, man. Come on, man. Leave the motherfucker off. Leave him off. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. Tell him why you mad, sir.
Well, I'm saying, isn't he the most popular person on this whole list?
He already dropped his album, and that was
No? You don't think he's the most popular person?
I think Chief Keef's popularity is kind of almost gone.
There you go.
Because he only has one song.
He had that one hit that Kanye made out because of the remix.
He got a mixtape out there. Nobody cares about it.
Love Sister, okay, I love Sosa, whatever, but I agree with Mike. I think the shit's dying. He already dropped his fucking album, which was another, I think, thing that they had.
And it was a failure.
And, right. But he's Chief
Keef. And again, this is no shots. He's a young kid. You know, do your thing. I don't have to support it. I don't have to like it. But I gotta be real about it. It didn't work. He had one track that made everybody go bananas. After that, people were on to the next.
Wait.
Well, people fuck with Love Sosa too, but two.
But he's still,
But
people
it's
still
get
take
what
that
you're
train
saying.
and...
Because I know people are gonna say, oh, he had Love Sosa, just like
Okay,
people just
great.
said.
People had, so he had Love Sosa. Did you hear that track? I didn't either.
Love Sosa.
Yeah,
I just know
it dominates the radio.
Okay, so so I take back what I said. He had 2 tracks. Good for you.
2 tracks.
From how many tracks on an album? 12.
No, he had like 18 on that. He had a lot on there.
All right, so I'd like to know who was the replacement for Chief Keef. Like, who was the honorable mention?
They added it on. I see what you're saying.
Chief Keef was on there before, right? So
Trinidad James.
No, I saw an article that was saying no, it was. I saw an article that was saying how come Logic made it and not Chief Keef. So I took that as Logic wasn't gonna make the list. And because of what happened to Chief and his legal issues and all of that, we need a replacement. And the replacement was Logic, which I think he should have been there anyway.
But do you think Ab-Soul should have been on there? Hell yeah. I think he should have been on there last year for some reason.
But they do that, man, because like Danny Brown, like we know he's not a freshman, but he's
I don't know. It
freshman
just
to the
seemed like
mainstream.
it just seemed like last year would have been perfect for Ab-Soul to be on there. I think. I don't know why.
Well, I think
That was
last
too
year
early.
was him. Yeah, exactly. It was too early. Last year was him building that momentum.
With control system.
And now
He
it's
was
like,
in 8th grade. He graduated high school.
Right, exactly.
Or college or whatever.
No, I'm with you.
It just seemed like I'm like, well, damn. I think he should have been on there last year or something like that. Every time
He
when I
should have
see
been on there
him.
last year because he wasn't buzzing. He was buzzing, but it seems like his buzz came more after
the
project.
his project dropped.
Well, maybe he could have been on there just with the fact that he was getting ready to drop the project.
It was too early,
Yeah,
D.
you're not a freshman if you're about to drop something. That's like you're about to take an exam.
Exactly.
You ain't take
gotta-
that shit yet.
You got to graduate from the previous step.
Because what if you fail your exam, B?
maybe
Do you
I'm
really
saying-
graduate still?
Yeah, maybe I'm saying it because I just always been a fan of him. So it's like,
you
this
can't look at
dude,
it like that.
this dude been putting in work. It's like he made some good projects, and now It's like people finally hopping on the bandwagon.
Because you can say the same thing about Action Bronson.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
People argued about him. They wanted him on last year's list as well.
Yeah.
And he was dropping projects left and
So
right. Albums that he was selling left and
Back
right.
to Absol, do you think Kendrick has anything to do with it?
Yeah,
The success of Kendrick.
Of course, of course. Because Absol was like, I think was it with Source or Complex magazine? Absol was like the indie project of the year, album of the year, or something like that. I think he won it. I think Schoolboy Q won something for his album or whatever in the magazine circle or whatever. So maybe that could have played a role. And like you said, Kendrick's success in the mainstream role.
Kurt Cobain.
Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
That's my
performed
question.
at the A3C.
Who is that? Oh, he was on Joe Budden's album.
Yeah, he
That's
was on
where
Joe Budden.
I remember him from.
But
But
he's been around for a minute.
I've never heard of him.
He's
I've never heard him ever in my life.
Not for a minute. He's only been out for about a year or something now.
When did Drink My Cup pop up?
That was last year.
I thought it was 2 years.
Nah. Well, I think it was last year. But either way, when we were at the A3C,
Wait, is it or is it not last year?
it's somewhere around there. It's not 2. I don't think it's 2. I may be wrong.
Should he be on the list?
Personally, no. Because when we were at the A3C and I was at Terminal West covering, and he came on and he performed, you can hear crickets at Terminal West.
Wow.
And we're in the South. This guy claims Houston. Like, nobody was really fucking with him. And obviously, A3C is more of a hip-hop head type of festival. But still, like...
I've never heard of him.
You know, look, then hip-hop hasn't even heard of him. Two-thirds,
Well, I ain't
two-fifths.
never heard of a lot of people, but I'm just saying, it seems like the people that are usually on these lists, I've at least heard their name dropped a few times. As usual, these fucking lists are stupid anyway. It's all industry bullshit, but at the same time, if you are trying to maintain some sort of credibility, is all it takes is for you to have one hit to make you a freshman. I figured to be a freshman, what that should mean is that you've created a buzz and you're primed to be the next big thing.
I agree.
But if you only have one hit, and that hit was a minute ago, and you ain't done shit since, how the fuck are you primed to be the next big thing?
So how you graduating in, bro?
Hence Chief Keef. Hence Chief Keef. Chief Keef ain't giving nobody no money.
No. I'm talking about, I believe it's probably Kurt Cobain's people paying to get on the list. To generate buzz again, because obviously the music isn't.
See, and then this is why we shouldn't even be talking about this bullshit ass list.
Who the hell is Travis Scott?
I don't know
I don't know who that is either.
I've seen this. I don't know where he's from or who he's with, or what song he's had out. But
He graduated.
I've seen him featured on a lot of songs out there. But I just know I've seen him featured a lot on other people's tracks. So he does a lot of features.
Look like who?
No, he does a lot of features. Too many to name. I don't know who. He just.
Give us something.
I can't. Okay, I can't. Man, look. I just see him on when I'm online and I see featuring such and such and such and such. Obviously, whatever they're on, I'm not paying that much fucking attention to reel off who the fuck they were. But I know I've seen his fucking name.
I got you. So who else on the list?
I'll try to find
Joey
something.
Badass. I think that's well deserved right there. Joey Badass. Yeah, Joey Badass. Because he had last year with 1999.
Because he has the potential.
Exactly.
He has the
right
potential.
there.
And it's not like he's held under the same criteria as the rest of them. Because he doesn't have to be held to that standard of you have to have a hit. Joey ain't got no hits, but he doesn't need those hits.
Exactly.
He has 1 million people behind him right now. And to me, that's kind of what should make you a freshman.
Like,
if you have a crew of people bigging you up and telling everybody else that this guy is the next big thing, then that should put him on your list. Not, oh, I had a hit a minute ago, but I ain't done a goddamn thing since.
I agree. That makes sense.
But XXL, like you
might be
said,
saying, Nick.
they're making it rain on them hoes. Making it rain on them hoes, because that's what XXL is. A whole bunch of whores out there giving up your fucking magazine pages, spreading your fucking legs for some change.
Case in point, Travis Scott, who signed to Good Music.
Really?
Apparently so.
Wow.
Remember, he was on the Cruel Summer shit. I'm seeing it on Hip Hop DEHH, so that's where I pull this from.
There you go. I guess now we know why he's on there.
Exactly, because I've never heard of this guy. I don't really think he has a buzz.
Does he have a project?
Was he on the compilation?
That's
He was
what
on the compilation, yeah.
Really? Is he a rhymer or a singer?
He's known as a producer first,
Okay.
but he was definitely on the compilation.
But what was he doing? Was he spitting?
He was rapping.
I don't remember.
Let's do the next.
Oh, Angel Hayes.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Cypher.
She was on Cypher. She was on BT Cypher.
She had a beef with
Azalea Banks.
Oh, that one?
Angel Hayes
Oh,
has been creating a buzz for a minute.
Hey,
And she was on a BT Cypher.
I'm bad with names.
Shocked to see her.
And she's sexy as fuck to me, with a little skinny self. I like her. You don't like Angel?
I like her. Is she cool?
No, Angel's cool.
you got
Right?
quiet.
Yeah, no, Angel's cool. But
Kim was thinking.
Fine, too.
yeah, I remember the beef she had with Azalea Banks. Her and Azalea went back and forth. But I was surprised to see Double XL, take a chance to put her on that list.
Why, you think she should have been replaced by somebody?
No, I'm not saying that. It just seems like this list by Double XL is just they just picking people who sound.
You know they're calling her the next Nicki. You know that, right?
Angel Hayes?
I didn't know that.
They're calling her what?
The next Nicki. Meaning, you know how Nicki has kind of separated herself from being that female J, that female spitter.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that Angel Hayes is now stepping into that spot of being the next big female rhymer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I haven't heard enough of her music to say that. I do think she can rhyme. I don't know that she has song crafting ability yet, but I think she can rhyme. What?
I think.
How does Azalea
I
Banks
think-
feel about that shit?
She's probably mad as fuck. She's probably mad as fuck.
Has Iggy ever made one of these lists before?
Yeah, she was on. Wasn't she on last year?
I thought she was on last year.
Yeah,
Okay,
remember,
okay.
remember we were pulling up
Last
pictures because
Yeah.
somebody knew who she was. Now I was like, she's fine as shit.
Yeah, she was on last year.
Sexy ass Iggy Azalea.
Because I was about to say, she should have got that spot.
Yeah, and Dizzy Wright. I know Ken like Dizzy Wright. Don't you like Dizzy Wright?
Yeah, he's cool.
Do you think he should have been on last year, or do you think he deserved? Because I heard his name buzzing for a few years. But I guess it's the same case for Ab-Soul, though. I guess it's the same.
I don't think they have to try that hard with this list. No, I don't think they really even have to try hard with this
They
list.
pretty much knew it was like given, pretty much almost.
I don't know.
You think this list took effort?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think this list was bullshit.
I think it's bullshit too. That's why.
Yeah,
Why do you think it's bullshit?
Because all of Double XL's lists are bullshit.
Well, beyond
They're
that.
all bullshit, and that's why I don't think it took any. I don't think. Okay, what I mean is like, I don't think that these names were just kind of handed to him. I think it was more so like,
They had to.
which ones are gonna make us look the coolest? Oh, well, let's put on the Joey
Ab-Soul,
Badass
yeah.
so we can please all the little backpack kids. Let's throw on the Ab-Soul and the Schoolboy Q because we know TDE is blowing up. But let's throw on Kurt Cobain's because we know where his lane is. It's bullshit.
Trinidad.
It's all and Trinidad. We're gonna cover the semi-trap mainstream.
But they
Same
had to
thing
put
with.
Trinidad.
Oh yeah, they had to.
Yeah, just based
they
on
had
that.
to.
Yeah.
And again, but even with Trinidad James, it's like he did that one song. What has he done since?
But that one song got him big very quick.
I know, but like I think with these lists, the thing that makes them so bullshit to me is it's like, why are you rewarding one-hit wonders? Back in like, who does that? Who says congrats
Congratulations.
on
deserve
not
to be on this
releasing?
list.
They don't want to miss out. And they
Yeah,
feel like if
right.
they leave a motherfucker off, they missed out and they lose some form of credibility.
They want to be the first ones to say we told you so.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's bullshit.
But they're
because
not, yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like we knew before you did Double
Right,
XL.
yeah.
And the thing is, once again, it's like, why are you telling somebody that it's okay to be a one-hit wonder? They should be basing this shit off of, we released a project and it was successful. We're primed to be the next big thing. Hence, Schoolboy Q,
Joey
Ab-Soul, Joey Badass,
Action
Action
Bronson.
Angel, I guess Angel Hayes, right? Did she release a really
Reservations did really well.
Yeah, I thought so.
Reservations.
Yeah, Logic can definitely go in that category. I don't know how successful that shit was.
Yeah,
Was it?
but I think he generated enough buzz to be talked about. Yeah, because his
You know,
Twitter following is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It went from like 10,000 to
90.
I think he's at 90,000
Yeah.
now.
You know FIFO know. But yeah, they should be basing those lists off of that. Not off of I released a track and my track was hot.
That was a
That's
club
lame.
banger and that was it.
That's lame. I think you're absolutely right. They're posturing and they want to be the ones who say, "Oh, we told y'all about this person first." Look, Double XL. Nobody is really holding you to that regard anymore. Nobody is looking to you to tell us who the next big thing is. I don't think many people are looking to you for anything except for big booty hoes in images in your magazine. Nobody gives a fuck about your reviews. Nobody gives a fuck about your advertising.
But people do
How you
care
really
about
feel,
that
Mike?
list though.
Do they?
No, I think because
just
they
think
want
it's
us to
the
talk
list.
about it.
Like,
Right,
but I
they
just
want
think
they
it's
want us to
because of the
bitch
list.
about it.
Right,
They want
right,
us to bitch about it. Now I don't care about who's on this fucking list.
Or maybe to feel validated in some way. You know, if I see this, I've been listening to Schoolboy Q and Absol, and he made the list. I'm like, oh shit, I'm right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
rocking with him,
Like,
yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with us. Like when we say something is cool, it's like it's validation. That's all it is.
Yeah, but that is.
That's what happens when you become an authority in something. Like XXL has a name, then hip hop is creating a name, so people value their opinions. Even though XXL, you know, they.
How about take more of a chance though? Be risky.
But they are kind of in a way, which is why he's saying it's a well, you're too saying it's a bullshit list because they are. It looks like they're taking a chance.
Cover their ass. From Kurt Cobain to Trinidad the Chief, all the way down to Action Bronson and Joey Badass. They're just trying to cover the whole thing.
Check. Yep.
You know, it is what it is. But at the same time, it's like, are they actually giving anything profound to hip hop? Because how many people on this list will even be in hip hop 3 years from now?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Where's Asher Roth at, bro?
Exactly. So are these really freshmen?
Only a quarter of these freshmen actually kind of make it.
Exactly. Charles Hay, there you go.
That's a prime example right there.
A lot of times these lists are a fucking
Hex.
a gravestone. Yeah, like a hex. Yeah, it's like a root.
Now there's some type of unsaid expectation on you.
Yeah.
Oh, you made this list, so now you gotta pop. You gotta do this. And what happens if you
in a matter
don't?
of time.
Exactly.
What happened to that freshman? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then we know how fickle the industry is. Like once you don't even have a minor buzz anymore, you're done. You're not getting nothing. You're not getting no publicity. There's nothing, and this is being honest. There's nothing you can do to even get it back.
Right.
And that's the
Wasn't
fucked up part. Sahai was on one.
Was he?
Yeah.
He was on
Yeah, we talked about him the first time,
2010 or 11 list. I think he was on that one.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's right. You can't get it back because at that point you're a joke.
You're a joke, yeah.
You're a joke to the industry.
Is anybody-
and then you try to come back to the little people like us, and it's like, oh, bro, it's too late.
Is anybody on this you think y'all can see still in the game?
Did we get through everybody? Who else was on there?
That was everybody.
That was
We got
everybody?
Yeah, I said. We said Daisy right.
Did we say anything about Schoolboy Q at all?
He deserves it. Schoolboy Q's that dude.
Yeah.
No, he is.
Schoolboy Q's that dude.
So you think you can see them in the next 5 years?
I think
What
Schoolboy
artists you
Q
think-
and Absol, I think they are fine because they don't need
Joey
they don't need a
Badass.
list.
Joey
I think
Badass fine.
I don't know about Joe. I think Joe would be fine too. I don't think he'd have needed a list.
Logic.
I think he could use the list.
Yeah, I think he needed this.
He needed a list.
Action Bronson.
Action Bronson didn't need a list either.
I don't think
This is not going to do anything for action.
I don't think
you
so.
know what?
I know. I
think there's certain artists on this list that are gonna stay even keel with or without this list.
Yeah.
Like because they have certain followings. Like Action Bronson has a certain.
I think he's one of those guys.
Exactly. I don't think he's ever gonna be super big, and I don't think that he's ever gonna fall off. He's always gonna stay in that one line.
He got that true fan.
I disagree with that first
He
part.
got that true fan
all right,
base.
I agree with you with that first part. The second part, I don't know.
Oh,
I
so
don't
you think he could just?
He could definitely fall off. Because Action Bronson, and I think this is why I think the reason I think that the XXL list is not going to help him because of the type of artist he is.
Right.
He's not the type of artist that your average XXL follower is going to like. Same with Joey. You know what I mean? Schoolboy Q and Absol, they have that crossover sound. Joey and Action do not. Action Bronson can definitely get bigger, but I don't think it's going to be through XXL. XXL followers not going to be like, oh my God, this Action Bronson guy's crazy.
I agree, but I also think because he is kind of involved with these new artists that are out, you know, like on One Train. Everybody on One Train is new, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I don't think he's ever gonna get like an ASAP following. I don't think he's ever gonna get a Kendrick following. But I think his following is big enough to the point where I don't see him just because as an artist, I think he's solid enough where he's just not gonna overly disappoint.
You know why I disagree with you? Because what can Action Bronson do next?
And that's
ASAP was different because he did the mixtape, which I couldn't stand. He did the album, which the more I listen to it, I love it even more. Because it's so different, it's so creative, it's innovative. What can Action Bronson really do next that's gonna make his next album stand out?
And that's
You know
why
what
I
I
think
mean?
he's on that line. That's
People
why
get sick of it after a point.
you know, I feel you, but
Look at Lil B. Lil B on the same.
But man,
album
but his fan
over
base
and
is
over.
stupid.
But it's not getting bigger.
It's
That's
not,
what I
but-
mean. But at this point, it's like Lil B, and it's not just me being a hater. I think Lil B he'll be irrelevant in the next 3 years. People will stop caring. Because his
they ride that train
yeah,
over
the
off,
train
and
is rolling off the tracks, man. And I think Action Bronson, if he doesn't
That
do
type of
something
artist.
special,
next 3 years, 4 years, he'll be gone.
he'll be gone, man. He's a spitter, and that's almost where it ends. He's a humorous spitter. That's kind of what he can't. I mean, I don't want to say he can't write a song, but he hasn't written a song.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's the show, man. There you have it. You know, we shared our thoughts on the list. I think the list is bullshit. Personally, I think they just went with what's kind of buzzing or hot and just threw them on the list. I think it didn't take any effort at all. So, you know, it's whatever.
I think I said this before. Yeah, I don't look to XXL for anything. I don't care about any lists. I think I said this before. Like, don't act like XXL is just all high and mighty because they picked your MC. When just last year you were saying it was the worst shit for hip hop ever. So, on that note, I don't care for the list. I mean, it's good that, you know, Absol and Schoolboy Q and them got the pub or got the notice. That's good for them. I'ma still be a fan regardless if they'd have made this list or not. So that's how I feel about it.
I definitely think that this list helps some of the artists. It hurts some of the artists, and some of them it's irrelevant. It really doesn't do anything for them. Personally, I'm happy that Logic made it. I think that he's one of the people that is actually gonna help. I think the more shine and more buzz he could get, the better for him. I don't think that it's really gonna help or hurt somebody like Joey Badass. You know, I don't think it's gonna help or hurt Schoolboy Q and Ab. But I think for the commercial guys like Chief and Trinidad, I think it could hurt them because the expectation level now is higher. And can they even meet that? You know what I'm saying? To what it's, you know, can you go platinum? Can you go have 500,000? Can you do this? Can you do that? I don't know. I don't know. So it's a gift and a curse for some of you motherfuckers. But, you know, shout out to everybody that made the list, man.
I agree with both Ken and B. I disagree slightly with Kim that it was easy. I think it just took a matter of who's gonna give me the most money and what's gonna make me look the best to make the list. With B, I think I agree because it's like, why are you looking to XXL for validation of your opinion? I think they do. I think people do XXL the same way they do us. When we agree with you, you love us. When we don't agree with you, you hate us. My thing is, like B said, be your own person. Who gives a fuck what everybody else thinks? Who gives a shit what XXL thinks? That's kind of it. I don't care about a list. I like who I like. You should like who you like. I'm happy for everybody here for making the list and getting the pub that you want and need. Outside of that, I just don't care. I don't care about a list.